Greetings to the magnificent realm of managerial communication, where we analyze what makes the world go round so that the money can come around too. Well, if the money hasn't come around to you yet, hold on tight, and by the end of this little talk of mine, you will certainly feel much better and have a clearer vision of how things work, so you can start right and start right now to scale your expectations with your reality and all reality and make things work better too. This is Wayne Eldon Ludvigson II, otherwise known as WEL2, at your service with my regular video broadcast, which I think we can now call a vidcast from now on, since you can see some nice pictures in the screen. And I'm sure I'll be rigging up the camera on my highway map face now and then as well, so you can see where I've been and where I'm going while I speak. Body language is another powerful factor in our mutual understanding. In the meantime, yes, I am vidcasting to you from a cool, slightly thunderous Thursday evening on the eastern seaboard of Sriracha, Thailand. Yeah, home of the famous spicy red sauce sold around the world. I can see the lights of the fishing boats out there in the Gulf of Thailand. Yes, serenity. And all is well for our topic this session. As promised in my last vidcast, this topic is the first law of managerial communication. It is indeed a simple truth. In fact, it is so simple that many people miss it altogether. In fact, in double fact, it is quite possible that we all go through a stage of maturation, in other words, growing up and learning, which is a process that doesn't stop until you're gone. So you do want to make sure you keep doing that, learning. I'm here to help you keep doing that. I think, as I was saying, it's possible there's a stage in which we all forget this simple truth. Now, if you don't mind, before I get right into telling you about this first law, I want to mention how the truth of it came to me. I can't claim to be the first person on earth to discover this law, simply because we have seen successful businesses in operation for thousands of years. So I am confident that this law is well known among those who built those businesses or are building them now. You won't hear much from those who didn't get it, though, at least not for long. Not after their one-hit wonder, anyway. Over the past 25, maybe almost 30 years, I've started several successful businesses. Staffing agency, a consultancy involving a lot of copywriting and training, mystery shopping, translating, all kinds of other communication services. And in the highly regulated industries of California, I've also held sales licenses in insurance, in securities, selling mutual funds, and in real estate. Through personal referral, I've worked closely with over 100 businesses. And through teaching business communications in a AACSB accredited MBA program for over, 16 years, I've helped out hundreds, really, of extremely bright and ambitious entrepreneurs and managers. I have seen what makes things go well, and the one ultimate ingredient that takes the measure of all businesses. If you ignore this element, or if you believe you don't have to pay attention to it, or that it comes naturally to you as like breathing oxygen, not something to even worry about or think about, if that's how you feel, that's how you think, then you can forget all about building a successful business or a successful organization of any kind, even a successful relationship. This is the first law of managerial communication, which you need to know, or you will fail at this endeavor that has to do with you and other people. The first law is this: all business is based on communication. I want to explain this a bit here. I'll do so through telling you some things that it's not. Business is not based on planning or strategy. Those are good things to have, of course. But ultimately, those plans need to be communicated in a way that is bold, believable, and practical. It reminds me of the quote by the famous spy novelist Jean Le Carré. I think that's how we say his name. He used to work in British intelligence himself, and they say that his writing work, ironically really, had some influence back on the spying world itself. Anyway, let me see if I can get his quote right. I believe it was, "The best intelligence in the world is useless if it isn't listened to." Business is not based on money. This idea, it doesn't go anywhere, because money needs to be moving and therefore growing to mean anything valuable behind or beyond the next day or so. Sure, money is a tool that nourishes businesses. That's what investment is. And sure, money can be an indicator of your goals being reached. Yeah, we want that. But money can do nothing on its own. Sitting there, which it should never be allowed to do, just sitting there, it just inspires fantasy. Money changing hands is where the fun is at. Yeah, and that's communication. Business is not based on what you make or what people want. Business is the act of you making something or supplying something that people want, and you finding out what they want and finding out about them and finding them and giving it to them, and all of that requires communication. Let's not stop there, because the scope of business communication extends far beyond marketing. Business communication, it encompasses a complex group of interactions. Internally, we are talking about team collaboration, planning, goal setting, sharing updates, reports going up instructions going down. Externally, it entails partner communications, investor relations, customer service. Each facet here plays a very vital role in your success. You don't want to neglect any of these. You need a plan for communication. But a bit more. Let's keep going here. Trade. Let's consider trade. Communication is a cornerstone of economic activity. Trade hinges entirely on effective communication. Whether we're negotiating the terms, conveying product details, finalizing agreements, the exchange of information is obviously paramount. Without clear and concise communication, trade would be a labyrinth of misunderstandings and missed opportunities. It would never get off the ground. The whole business would fall dead in the water. Moreover, trade carries ideas, culture, even civilization. Consider the exchanges that must have gone on throughout the centuries-old Silk Route, by land and by sea, and all the places traveled through and stopped in, and businesses and all of the corollary supporting businesses set up along the way, going east, going west. Wow, it's really amazing when you think about it. Communication is the foundation, the bedrock of commerce. From ancient civilizations, historical, maybe prehistorical, from ancient civilizations all the way to modern societies. In fact, you may know that the earliest forms of recorded communication, I mean the earliest writings that we've ever found, that we've ever discovered, they haven't been scrolls and thoughts on the nature of existence in the universe or the creator. In fact, they have been records of business transactions. So you see, communication is not merely a function inside an organization. I will let you say money is the blood in circulation that keeps a business alive. But communication is the nervous system telling you where, who, what, when, how to move, and how to get that nourishment you need, and how to use it. In the interconnected world of today, businesses that excel in communication are the ones that thrive. That is the successful key. All right, well, I'll be back with more for all of us who are interested in managing our communication. Do subscribe and add me up. You can find a link in my a link to my comms contact list, and in the link here, and you can stay updated. Through that, you can stay updated and get discounts also on my live online communication courses. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then,